Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 8 of the AniGains podcast. We have a very, very special Arnold's wrap-up review. But as always, I'm joined by the lovely Mr. Kesthetics and Mr. Noah Campbell. Boys, how are we doing?
Not too bad, mate. It's been a bit of a weird one for me. Like out of nowhere, I've just lost 5 pounds. Don't know how.
Really?
Over the last, I'd say 5 weeks, I've had 6 food increases, and my weight's just been going down.
That's
Very random.
insane.
It's like the laws of thermodynamics are like going in reverse, basically.
Do not apply
the,
for Qais.
the more food I eat, the more weight I'm losing, and my training's just not amazing at the minute. Not gonna lie, it's a weird one. Yeah, it's a weird
What's your expenditure been like?
low, like between 4,000 and 9,000 steps, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Well, partly it was like training fatigue, so I wrapped up a deload, and then the last 2 days I've been training, but it's been like not great, even when I've been back. Maybe it'll just take time to get back to normal. Like if I get some sessions in, but it's it's a weird one.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Noah, how are you, man?
I'm good. I had a busy weekend. Obviously, you boys filmed the pod. Was it yesterday, or the day before? I've changed my appearance a little bit since then. But I am back. Obviously, I had a couple of the boys up from down in England coming up. So me and the boys were hosting. Matt and Cyrus came along. So went to Flight Club. Do they have them down in England?
Yeah,
the darts place?
Yeah.
So we're at Flight Club. We ended up deciding just to say fuck it and going to the beach on the Saturday. There's a really nice beach caught in from West Kilbride. Where not many people seem to know about it, but it's absolutely stunning. Do you know about like the island Arran?
No.
There's an island off the coast of Scotland called Arran, and it is beautiful. And if you go to the beach, you've got the island like in the distance. It's like a really sandy beach on the coast. It's such a nice beach, but no one ever goes there. So I thought, right, we'll go there. Missed sunset. It was pitch black, and it was bollock cold, freezing cold, but still went swimming in the sea, so it was cushy. And then Sunday was the darts and everything like that. But apart from that, pretty boring. What about yourself, Cam?
Nah, man, it was good ass weekend, man. Can't complain. I went down to Alpha Neon Dark Side Gym in Cheltenham, which is funny enough, it's the second time I went to Cheltenham that week. We all went the week previous, but it turns out the Dark Side Gym is literally just down the road from JP. And the dude messaged me. He was like, "Bro, come fucking train here next time." And I did have plans on that day, but they basically like fell through. And so I just ended up just saying, now that I've got the time, let's go fucking pay my boy a visit. So I went down. I saw Akuma, who is the mascot. If you guys are familiar with Alpha Neon, the mascot dog, the actual logo. I met Bro. He is obsessed with squares bars, the dog. Which is really funny, you know. Like I was microwaving like chicken and rice. I thought he was like super hungry for my Cajun spice chicken, but bro wanted that cookies and cream squares bar. So don't tell Reese if he's watching, but I did forfeit one of my squares bars to give to the dog, because I couldn't say no to him. Had a good ass training session. I pulled like 224, got it for like a set of 6 on RDL. And then I was driving home, and then my brakes gave out. The
shock horror.
Yeah, I know. Surprisingly, my car broke down again. I got to a roundabout, and somebody pulled out on me, and I went to brake, and then I couldn't, and I basically just sort of like T-boned towards them, and I just kind of like came up on the handbrake and just like slammed the clutch down, and evaded death. But the car has been towed this morning because it can't be. It has to be towed on a big 4x4 because it can't be dragged because it's 4-wheel drive. So that is currently getting tended to. But I can't complain. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, look, bro, you can have. The rest of the weekend was good as fuck, man. And it's one of those. It's like I could complain and be like, oh, you know, the fucking world's against me, bro. It's one bad thing that happened out of like 6 net positives. I've got an exciting announcement soon. soon, which, you know, if you are smart enough to read between the lines, you may be able to figure out. But, you know, like in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. We can replace the brake pipe, and yeah, it's just more so inconvenient. Because especially where I live, it's pretty remote. Like you want to be able to have a car and get around. But if there's a will, there is a way. Like you said, you know, like Qais was able to prep during Ramadan. I'm sure I can get to the gym without a car. It just means I don't do things in so routine, but it's really not the end of the fucking world. So yeah, man. Aside from that, everything's pretty cushy. Although I am a little bit anxious because if you listeners remember from the last episode, we made some Arnold predictions, and we decided to place a bet on kind of like whoever's predictions are the most out.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a forfeit. So what we mean by that is we actually do have a scoring system, and I believe it's like as many placings as. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this explanation.
I've got it. I know it. So if someone was to say, for example, finish second, and we put them as second, we get 0 points. If they came first or third, that's 1 point because of the difference in scores. So whoever has the most points means that they're the furthest out, which means they've got to go for the forfeit. The least amount of points is going to win. I think that is correct, Kez.
Correct. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've kind of get everything set up here. So you see with each of the classes, I've got the name and each place, and then we're gonna have a score. It's gonna tally up there, and at the end, you're gonna have a total score. So the aim is to get the lowest possible score. So whoever ends up with the highest is gonna end up with a different color hair. So
Or a
right.
tattoo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say, after the podcast, I was really intrigued as of what I would have looked like with no facial hair. I went and shaved my beard without even needing to do the punishment, and I'm never, ever going without a beard again. It's growing in now, but I was like clean shaven, meeting people for the first time. I looked like a child. Never again. So yeah, I hope
I don't think it's that bad of a look. I think
honestly,
it's
I think it looks
different,
good.
yeah.
Honestly, I think it looks good.
No, this is because it's been a few days growing in, mate. There's a photo of me. I just go from cheekbone to chest. There's just fucking rolls of double chin. It's horrible.
But it's one of,
man.
but when you're not like peeled out your mind,
Yeah.
like the beard does come in clutch. I mean, I've only just started growing out like facial hair and shit, but yeah, that shit's for real guy makeup. So
yeah, man, sweet. Right. To start off with, what we'll do is we'll break down each class and what we thought of it, and then we'll go into the scores. So obviously we'll start off with open. So what did you boys think about this?
My personal opinion is it kind of went. It obviously went a little different because I did have Samson in first. That's purely just because when I look and compare sort of like Samson to Derek, it is a case of just apples and oranges, which is the most commonly said thing in bodybuilding. But realistically, both of their physiques are great. It's just whichever look appeals to you more. For me personally, I prefer Samson's look. But
so I do when he's on. For me, the conditioning difference here is too big. Like Derek is peeled, and he's full. Like he peaked perfectly. Samson's like off. Like if you see the separation of the legs, blurry. Midsection not that lean, not that much separation. The arms, look at the polish. There's just so much of a difference there with the level of separation, detail, polish, and then obviously look at the back as well. That's the best back double bicep of all time, in my opinion. That's just absolutely crazy. Look at the glutes. Yeah, I thought it was quite a clear win for Derek, to be honest. And Samson was. It was a weird one. Like, he was bigger than the Olympia, but he was softer. Like, he needs to come in drier and sharper. He doesn't need more size. He needs more condition.
To be honest with you, I kind of partially agree. I think the consensus of Samson being off, I think, is a little harsh. It's not his best that we've seen from him in terms of condition. I'll sort of forfeit there. But also at the same time, it's like he secured second place for a reason. And honestly, like if you look, I don't think he lost because he was massively off. I think he lost because of posing condition, because he and Derek went round for round of posing. And if you look at them when they're going through their rounds and rounds of posing, Samson starts kind of like fading and shaking a little bit, where Derek just
Yeah.
keeps getting harder and harder and harder, which I really think does pay dividends into actually practicing your posing, actually nailing your posing condition. Because if you don't, and it really is a case where, like I said, your physiques are apples and oranges, and it really just comes down to a judge's preference, you will have an objective winner to who can pose better. If you can't stand and hit your poses properly, you're going to get outshone by and I'll admit I prefer Samson's physique, but Derek, was able to hit the poses better. I'm not going to lie. Derek should have won that show. Like 100%.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, that posing, I mean, everything was on point. It was polished. His condition was on. His peak was perfect. So yeah, I thought it was a clear win. In fact, in the front poses, I actually prefer Andrew to Samson. I think he has more separation in his front shots. But I think Andrew loses here. The side shots just doesn't have the side leg. He scrunches up a bit. And then even in the back shot as well, you see Andrew's very soft in the lower body and the glutes.
Well, relative to those two,
yeah, definitely softer than them too. So he loses out there. But if you look at his ab and thigh, like that midsection,
I'd say he wins that. Yeah,
so good. And if you see, Samson has a bit of distension in his midsection. It's like that's like a split in his abs. I don't like Derek's pose either, to be honest. With his ab and thigh pose, but I thought it was very well deserved.
Yeah, Derek is Andrew is mega. Like I think
I love his physique, man. Yeah.
Where would you put him for this year's Olympia if he honestly, comes in?
He needs, because I don't think he nailed it. Like, I think his best was like Texas last year, where he really nailed it. I think I still think the top three are going to be what they were. Derek, Samson, Hadi. I think that's going to be the same top three again. I think Andrew, if he nails it, he can just break in there, I think. But I think he's like the next guy. So I think he'll be like fourth at the next Olympia.
You think he'll beat Nick Walker?
Yeah, definitely. I think Nick Walker's is done. He won't even compete. He won't be like top 5 next year. I think Andrew's better than him. I think Martin Fitzwater's better than him now. And even like Brandon Curry, he's improved massively. I think he could beat him as well.
It's interesting. It's an interesting I think Nick's a real wild card, man. I would say
of his physique.
I know quite a lot of people aren't, but he's undeniably fucking giant. I would say even there's some shots here where he could probably smoke all 3 of these boys.
His side shots probably would, side chest maybe, side tricep. The back double he loses to Derek, even though it's a very good pose for Nick. The front shots he loses to everyone because he's got a big waist and he hasn't got good sweep to his quads, so he loses all the front shots immediately. His back shots are good. He still loses the back shots to Derek, and he might win a side shot. So I just think genetically, the guy's superior to him at the minute.
No. He almost won. He did the Arnold's against Nick Walker, I think, in 2022 or 2023. Well, I think it was 2023 actually. Arnold's against Samson.
Yeah, Samson. Samson beat him.
In my opinion, I think
Samson's was way worse than he is now as well. He's improved so much since then.
I'll give you that. Yeah, Samson obviously has gotten significantly better, but in that show, I would have Nick beating Samson. And although Samson has improved, I think if it's still that close, I wouldn't count him out of the top 5.
I wouldn't, but I would count him out of the top 3, definitely. I think he's nowhere near as good as Derek, Samson, or Hadi. He'll never beat any of them 3, in my opinion. Again, I think he's just structurally so limited with how wide his waist is and how narrow his quads are. It just gives him. I think it was funny. Bob Ciccarello said he had a H taper. So he's shaped like a H, and I found that really funny.
Yeah, man. Man. He is freaky for real. I wasn't a fan of the reason why he pulled out of his the last Olympia as well. That was
right. Should we get into the scoring then?
Sure.
Samson. So we got 1. We've got 1. We've got 1. Derek. So we got 1 again because he finished first. 1.
Oh, fuck.
Even so far. Andrew, 3rd, so 0. 0. So, and then
Uh-oh.
Clarida came.
I
Sean Clarida.
What did
Third.
he come? 7th. 7th, yeah. I think Bonac came 5th. Akeem came 6th, and then Clarida came 7th. Yeah. So that's 4. No, you're not
Oh.
looking good at the minute.
fucking
Sorry,
Brandon,
no,
Nick.
real quick, real quick. What was your thought process behind Clarida third?
I literally said I'm only picking
You put
this
him in
to be
4th.
different.
I did put him fourth, but I would say that like that was more so a safe bet to put it. It's safer to put him fourth than third.
Mate,
True,
I don't know
true.
a single thing about this.
Oh mate, he
Oh.
looked really small in that lineup. Everyone was just like twice as big as him. Yeah.
I thought he was going to Lee Priest it, and for like that
Nah.
wild card, I put him fourth.
Okay, so 0 again. I'm nailing this. Clarida, so you've got 3 here.
Sure,
Andrew, so you've got 1. And once again, Bonac 5th, mate, 2. Mate, I've nailed this for the Open. Hollingshead.
I didn't see where he came.
8th.
he came
I think
eighth.
he came behind Clarida, so you've got 3 for that. And then Bonac, he came. Yeah, so you got that right. So
Fuck.
after round 1,
Fucking
I've
hell.
got 2. Cam's got 8. Noah's got 7. So it's very close between. It's actually, it might not be as clear cut as we thought previously. Right then. Now
Damn, I'm
on
shitting
to the next.
myself.
On to the next class. Now we've got classic physique. So what did you
Yeah.
boys think about that?
This was the only one that I really paid any attention to.
Yeah. I think this was the biggest upset out of all
Yeah.
of them. I wouldn't.
mean,
I don't think anybody had these predictions. Like,
no. The
I-
biggest two shocks
yeah.
were Logan doing so well and
Mm.
Wesley doing so badly. I think that was
Yeah.
the biggest stories. I think everyone thought Mike was going to win. I'm not surprised Mike won at all. For me, he's clearly the best. I think he's going to win the Olympia as well this year. Just
yeah.
crazy,
100%.
crazy X frame, crazy quads, crazy sweeping lats. He's just he's complete. He hasn't got a single missing body part. And then we got Logan. Like Logan looked unreal. Like he was.
I didn't realize
shredded.
he done men's physique.
Yeah.
He started it.
Yeah.
He was he's like one of the OG men's physique guys back in the
Really?
day. Yeah. But yeah, so he looked mint. Like his condition was wicked. He's very classic, very reminiscent of Arnold. Like this is where it hurt him. You see this back double. His back isn't as developed, and he also wasn't posing it properly. You see how flared Mike's lats are, and he's kind of scrunching up here. So that hurt him. Even Wesley, like he looks wicked.
Yeah,
in this
Wesley's
shot, to be
back
fair.
is mega.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just his legs that really hurt him in all of his shots, to be honest. Like, his quads are very narrow, his waist is quite boxy, whereas you see how tight Logan's waist is, even when he's getting on his abs.
Yeah.
So, very classic. Grego looked good as well. Grego came 3rd.
What do you think about the way that Logan had his legs? Obviously, he had his legs a lot closer for like on the
That's in the front shots, you mean?
Yeah. Like on the front lat spread, for example.
It's a more of a classic. It's a more of a classic stance when you do that. I think back in the day they used to do that a lot more, and it's like they do it to kind of like fill in their adductors more.
In the adductor.
Yeah, so like if you like, let's say you haven't got amazing adductors, they tell you to do that so you look more filled in. And it's more of a classic stance, whereas like having it wider like that.
It just shows that thickness.
Yeah. I think.
Although I would say,
I don't think one's right or wrong. It's just like what suits your physique.
What suits the physique.
Yeah.
I think did we all get the top 5 or
yeah? So we got the top 5, but not in the right order. So let's start from the beginning. Mike 0, Cam, you missed out. No, correct.
Wesley.
Oh, no, sorry.
There's not a 1, bro.
Oh, you put Wesley at 1.
4.
Yeah. I'll be honest, bro. Like, here's the thing, right? And here's like my thought process behind it. I saw Mike individually, and I was like, I think he's too big for classic. That was like my kind of like. But when he got into the lineup, I was like, no, he's perfect. You know. And then I then saw Wesley. I was like, you know, he came in a little flat, not as conditioned, and then really flat through the hamstrings. And I was like, I think Wesley being that off.
I actually heard a story that he got food poisoning before the show.
Yeah.
How true is that though?
I think
I've
it is
heard
true.
that.
No, I've heard it from a
Right.
few people, so I think it does look like it's true because based on how off he was with his physique, it probably is true to be honest. So yeah, I don't think he would have won even if he was on. He might have got like second if he was at his very very best, but he wouldn't have won definitely. So yeah, Wesley. So I was a bit off with that. So 3. Mike, you got 1 there, and then you've got 3 for Wesley.
Yeah.
Then we got Double. So Double came 4th, didn't he? So we got 1 with that. 1, 1. And then you've got Gregor, so he came 3rd, so I'm 1 with that. Logan came 2nd, so you got 2. Logan 2nd, 2. And then I was a bit off with that, so 3. And then you've got Gregor, who was 3rd, so you got 2. Oh, not 3, 2. And then you got Gregor, 2. Okay, so we've got 2-8. So for this one, me and Noah tied. Cam lost. Let's look at the overall scores. Oh,
Oh,
it's close.
Cam,
So
I'm shitting
10,
myself.
Noah 15, Cam 18. So
This is the one.
it could go either way.
This last one, I have no idea who
Yep.
anyone is apart from Ali.
Yep.
I have no idea
Yep.
who placed anywhere apart from
Yep.
Ali. I am
Yep.
fucked. I have no clue what's going on, so we'll see what
Okay.
happens.
Fair enough. So what do you boys think about the men's physique?
Right.
Well-
First thing first, and I need to get something off my chest. I think Ali Bilal's shorts in this one look okay. However, in the prejudging, Mr. Ali Bilal wore a pair of his board shorts, which replicated a pair of Mr. Gerald Alavazo's Vazo shorts.
Yeah.
Rather on the
Is
nose.
replicated the right word or plagiarized?
I think plagiarized.
Copyrighted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro basically took it, design for design, like spec for spec the same, made 3,000 pairs of the same shorts, and is selling them. Yeah, amazing physique, but brother, please don't do that. Like,
What I've heard is he didn't know it was his team that did it, and then he didn't know that Vazo did it. And I think they had a phone call, and he apologized to Gerald on the phone. And it was right after prejudging as well. I think.
Oh, shit.
I mean, what? So are they going to stop production of those shorts?
No,
Yeah,
no.
no, they're gonna sell all
Really
3,000.
smart. Yeah, like you're not really that. So you're just,
Well,
I don't know.
I think Gerald made a comment saying, Ali said like you should be happy Ali Bilal's wearing his shorts. I'd have been annoyed if he said that to me.
But fair enough if he actually went. Somebody in the lineup, I think my 5th place guy did wear a pair of Vazos.
Someone did it. Yeah, no, it was your boy, wasn't it? The Brazilian guy. He came like 8th or something.
Yeah, he wore a pair of Vazos. I think he looked fucking mega. Like
His back was really weak from the back.
From the front.
Yeah, he's very very aesthetic, but his back was just like amateur level, in my opinion.
Amateur level.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't pro level back. It was that bad.
Okay, well, this is a pretty interesting tops. Cause I only saw the top 3 for this. I did not see the rest of the lineup.
So obviously we had Ali winning, Erin in 2nd, Diogo in 3rd. I think everyone thought they were going to be the top 3, so no massive surprise. I think they all look really good, to be honest, in their own way. They all peaked well. Ali, I'm not surprised, like crazy midsection, crazy fullness.
I think he looked better at prejudging. Not in those shorts, but like...
He did. Yeah, it looked tighter at prejudging. Banks, I think he looked better at finals.
I think he looks a little worse at prejudging.
Yeah, I think he's had a bit of distension with his midsection. It was sticking out a bit prejudging.
Have you seen how much size he's put on?
Yeah,
like, mate, he's
full.
fucking...
Yeah,
he's done well, man. Like,
so,
and Mr. Diogo.
I love Diogo. I love his physique. Just the way his like waist just comes in. It's just crazy, man. His shapes is so good.
What do you think Diogo needs to do to beat
midsection? He needs his abs more cut, and I think it's a harsh because I think it's genetic. I think his midsection, like, it's not that deep, like compared to Ali. That's the difference. If Diogo has a shredded midsection like Ali, he wins. I think he wins the Olympia. I think he's that good. But because he has like a 4-pack and it's very shallow, his abs, so it kind of takes away from his look in the front shot. But He has good legs. He has good balance. Everything. He has everything really. So I love Diogo's physique. But yeah, I think from the back, I think Banks wins.
Yeah.
Obviously they took this. The perception's a bit skewed because the photo was taken from further back, but Banks does have the best back here. But yeah, I don't think it was enough to overcome the difference in the front with Ali. So yeah, I think they got it right, to be honest. And then we had Emmanuel Costa in fourth. I think he has a wicked look, good V-tape. I think he's
Yeah.
verging on too big for men's physique, verging on it because he's very, very big.
Verging on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I think his arms are too low in this back pose. He needs to bring them up a bit, but overall he looked good. And then we had Alessandro Cavagnola, very tall guy. I think he has a good
huge.
look. Mate, our boy Mancuso was filming for him.
Yeah, I
Really?
saw that actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so he flew him out and he was filming with him like the whole trip.
That's sick.
it's so cool for Mancuso,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Like,
Yeah, that's it, man.
He's such a young kid, so talented as well. Like,
I
genuinely,
know, man.
like, for his age.
Lovely lad. Lovely lad. Yeah.
Who's
and
this
then
dude
we had-
in six? I see him around quite a lot.
He's been around for ages.
It's
Jason
Potvin.
Hune. It's called Jason.
Oh,
No,
no,
Jason
no.
Hune is called.
Yeah.
Obviously good condition. Good, like he's just not got a lot of wow factor to his physique.
He's
yeah,
very
he's-
complete, but like
yeah,
he's
it's
not.
complete and
Yeah.
balanced, but it's just like, yeah, he's a bit. I would have had maybe someone else in the top six. I thought City, his posing was absolutely awful. Like it was what I suspected before. It was worse than I thought it would be. I think he could have got easily in the top 5 if he could actually pose well.
I'm
It was
surprised. I think we all put City in the top 5.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was
like-
so bad. It was his posing was.
Can you just get up some of his posing? Because I don't
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
think I saw his individual. I purposely have
Um,
tried to stay away from as much of this coverage as possible.
Yeah.
I only saw the stuff that was like pretty unavoidable.
Let's see if he's dead to put it up.
If he's dead, was it really that bad?
Yeah, look. I mean, look at that front shot. Like that's just not comfortable at all. In that
And
front shot.
that's him like set in the pose.
Yeah. That's what he looked like in the pose.
Oh.
I think this is it. Maybe. It didn't look smoother.
This says 14 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is November.
Oh no, never mind. That isn't it. I don't think he's got. There must have been one.
If you go onto his tags, then surely he would have.
That's what I went on. Oh, sorry. No. I went on Reels. No. I don't think he wants people to see it, to be honest.
This is
Yeah.
bad. Fucking
I was watching it live and it was really bad. I think he like hurt himself with his posing, to be honest. So
Yeah.
so I think he deserved his placing, to be honest. So
just through
Yeah,
poor
man.
posing alone, like it's
yeah,
crazy how like
kicking-
at that high IFBB level, man, like a good physique just isn't enough to cut it. Like like if you want...
when men's physique is so subjective and it's so dependent on a look, it's not like, okay, who's the biggest and the most shredded guy? It's the look. And if you can't execute a pose correctly, you're going to ruin the look completely.
Yeah.
So let's get into these then. So Banks were one off, and nailed it, Noah. Looking
Yeah.
good.
Well done.
I was
Shout
one
out
off,
Gerard, bro.
and Noah, once again, you've nailed it. Noah's like the king of men's physique.
I know, yeah.
What can I say? What can I say?
0. Mate, Noah's going for a perfect score here, nearly.
Yeah, no, it goes
Okay,
tits up.
so we messed this. I think City came 9th, so I'm going to put 5. Well, it's the same for all of us anyway. Okay. So Costa came 4th, so 1. I think he came 8th, so 3. And Costa 1. There we go. There we have it. So I win with 18, Noah second with 21, and in last place, and the loser of the bet,
Fuck.
Z Fitness.
Fuck my fucking life, dude. Remember what I was saying earlier? I take it back. Life is horrible. I'm doming the
There's no
snow.
positives. There's no positives.
Fuck my life, dude. Like, okay, all right. First things first. I'm calling everybody out. Wesley, you fucked me. You fucked me majorly, mate. I hope you're happy, mate.
You've got to call out the shed.
Yeah.
He might watch this and he might
No,
beat
I
me
don't
up.
care. Call him out. Call him out.
James, do you know what? It's a nominal possibility that we run into Mr. Hollingshed at Comic-Con He's done like a Kratos
With
cosplay
Kratos,
before.
yeah, I've seen that.
He would beat the such fucking shit out of me. He'd actually beat the highlights out of my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna, Mr. Hollingshed, if I see you at Alpha Neon Gym, just know that you're a better athlete than I'll ever be, mate.
Right,
That's why I have to dye my hair.
Now we come on to the actual part. What are we doing with our
hair? Right. So I like I said, I only absorbed what I could from kind of seeing Instagram stuff kind of floating. I had a sneaking suspicion I was going to lose, especially after I watched the classic physique and almost basically hurled my phone across the room. I was far more upset about that than actually almost crashing my car. Like legitimately, oh, fuck's sakes, bro. So I have. There's two places I'm looking at the minute. A place called Hako Hair. Kez, do you want to see if you can pull it up? Actually, I can pull it up if you want.
Yeah, go for it. You share your screen.
Okay, let me just get this up real quick. I think this is called like Hako Hair Salon. So here's the thing. I actually do care about my appearance somewhat. So I want to go to a good place. Let me see if I can share this screen.
You've got to go for like a bold color though. You have to.
So this is like the salon that I'm going to. It's like they work with like a lot of like different like models and like shit like that. Like I know that they've done some stuff from Mawala.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
man. Like no, like it's no joke. Like they are actual stylists.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. So it's like we're asking, like, what am I gonna do? I would like to speak to a stylist and sort of understand what would be the best thing for my hair and kind of like take things from there. But like, yeah, like something like something like we can kind of see like what we got going on here. I think would be quite cool.
Which one?
Yeah, your screen froze there for a second for me.
See LeBro here next to in the
Gone
middle, middle and the left.
It's gone for me.
No, I can't see.
Fucking hell! All right, let me just go back onto here. So there's
Just highlight who it is. If you just don't click on it, but just highlight.
Is it that one next to
the dude in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
See him?
You've got to go for a bold color though.
Well, I'm going to speak to the stylist and ask them what they recommend. Because if I go in there asking for some dumb shit, like they might just not do it. You know what I mean? Like because they actually, I don't know if they would, bro. Especially because like if you're already like a sort of like a creative or like an artist, they'd probably go along with it. But they're just gonna look at me and be like some fucking dumb meathead who's lost a bet. I'm gonna be non-verbal the entire time as well, and just kind of like in debt and upset. So I think they might be a little bit reluctant to do it because I can't hide how I feel, and I can't even hide my fucking hair. You know, I'm gonna have to be training with a bandana on for a little while. But essentially,
no, you got to rock it.
This is the type mood board that we're seeing here. It's kind of cut, or they style hair that's similar to mine anyway. I'm trying to make the best out of a bad situation, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe do something with like the end. I don't want to bleach my hair because I don't want to.
Don't fuck it. Don't fuck it because you do want to grow it.
Yeah, like I still want to grow it, but again, like I said, I'm going to speak to a stylist. I'm a man of my word. I will do it. We're not recording one of these for a little while after this because I think we've like backloaded.
It'll be like 20-second or something like that. Yeah.
I'll see when I can get myself booked in for. And
good man.
If I can get myself booked in before then I'll get it done. If there is anything you guys want to see in particular, then comment below. What is there anything that you two wanted to see in particular as well? I'm not saying I will do it because ultimately what the stylist wants is what the stylist gets.
Yeah.
But like, is there any request, so to speak? Because
I shat myself when you put that photo in the group chat.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was real.
Yeah.
Cam sitting in a photo with like these big like white streaks down the front of his hair, and I had bit so hard thinking it was real. I thought you were going to rock up to this podcast with them in.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
we were
that
like,
was-
we haven't even confirmed if he's lost yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Imagine,
like,
imagine if he did.
no, I had a wig. I considered just like completely. I'll be so transparent with you boys. I was just gonna wear a wig for like the next episode that we film, and then just say that I've done it, and then
what a shit
ju-
bag.
just say that, and then after that, just say I re-dyed my hair, boys. Don't worry. No, I'm committing to this fucking bit. I'm all in. I lost, and I will lose. Humble in victory, humble in defeat. I'm glad that we just didn't give any prize to the winner. You know, I think that's almost a silver lining of this. Kez, you don't have any requests for hair colors.
For you,
Yeah.
I'll do some playing around with it. I'll get your head and I'll superimpose it on something, and then I'll start playing around with some Photoshop or something and see what looks wacky. Maybe like blue or red would be pretty cool. Actually,
A
it
red
look-
would look quite cool.
Yeah,
A red
it
would look quite
actually would
cool.
look cool. Like not all of it, just like highlights.
Little streaks, yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, bro, like, yeah, sure, sure. All I know is that next time we're doing predictions, I'm not basing it off of who might potentially watch the podcast. You know,
Yeah,
if there's
mate,
four
you've got to
bits on the line.
vote with your head, not your